There's growing concern that Australia's trade war with China could soon spell the end of the iron ore boom. Record prices and exports have helped keep the economy in good shape throughout the pandemic. But the dream run could be ending. China is spending big to reduce its reliance on Australian ore.
This is the largest open-cut iron ore mine in the world. BHP has been digging out Australia's most lucrative commodity from the Pilbara since 1968, and it's never been more valuable than now.
We've seen record prices in the midst of a world pandemic. We'll break all records for exports.
That record price was nudging $240 a tonne about a fortnight ago, driven by demand from our biggest customer. 70% of the iron ore we export goes to China, and 60% of what Beijing imports comes from us.
This is what's driving Australia's economy. For every $10 increase to the price of iron ore, another $11 billion, or 0.6% of GDP, is added to Australia's annual export earnings.
The record prices helped cut about $50 billion off the budget deficit. But since the peak just 2 weeks ago, prices have slid about 20%.
What we've seen in terms of the volatility just gives an idea of how quickly these prices can move.
12 months on from the destruction of the Juukan Gorge caves, the biggest producer of Pilbara iron ore, Rio Tinto, is on track to export as much as 340 million tonnes this year.
Our focus really is on making sure that we build the strongest business that we can that's sustainable, regardless of the cycle or commodity prices at any given time.
But there's concern Australia's global iron ore dominance won't last forever. China wants to increase its own production and use recycled steel. It also has a majority stake in a new iron ore site in West Africa. That's tipped to come online within the next decade.
It's critically important that we continue to nurture those strong trading relationships that are so fundamentally important to our economy.
As the producer of almost half of global seaborne iron ore, it won't be easy to knock Australia off top spot. But with iron ore widely tipped to fall closer to $100 by the end of the year, that top spot just won't be worth as much. Rachel Papazzoni, ABC News.